All right, let's go. This week was definitely not as good as last week in the world of crypto, but it's important to remember that things could always be worse. The bears are trying to have a little fun, but seem to be fleeing the scene quite quickly. Just be thankful you're not this guy. Oh shit. Or this guy.
Hi guys, James Comey here. I haven't been arrested yet. I'm just trying to get used to the idea of being in jail. Right now I'm practicing my mugshot face, and maybe later on I'll be trying out different sized cucumbers up my ass, just in case they put me in a cell with a Tyrone or a Big Mike or something like that.
And definitely not this lady. However, if you are the type of guy that is offended by my videos, it's quite possible that this is how you lick sugar-free cake batter off of the whisk. So as always, we got lots to talk about today, from the passing of Ozzy Osbourne to a real-life Venn diagram comparing the Russia collusion hoax to the Epstein files, from Kathy Griffin's recent trip to the grocery store to the guy who can't get enough of smelling his own brand.
Well, everyone says my farts smell horrible and stuff like that. I guess that's why nobody wants to go hang out with me at the Mexican place anymore. But to be honest, I actually do like the smell of my own farts. Here, check this one out.
We'll check in with some international truth tellers.
I just want to say Barack Obama should go to jail for creating Russia. And everybody knows he's gay. Also, he killed his lover, the paddleboarder chef. And what is up with his wife? That bitch has a bigger penis than him. Anyway, thank you, President Trump, for having me.
And we'll even get answers from some of the top experts in their field.
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
If this was my son, I'd take him behind the barn with a stick and I'd beat him.
I'll take you from garbage day at the Clintons all the way to playtime at the Obamas. We'll even make a pit stop in Washington, D.C. to help cure those suffering from TDS.
Michelle, how far are we from Kenya?
Just keep paddling.
I'm coming for you, Barry. Even Big Mike can't save you.
Michael, hurry up and paddle.
On your own, bitch.
It definitely feels like a storm is brewing and the truth is about to come out. So grab your tranquilizers and make sure you butter that toast. Some things may be a little shocking.
So my body count is 1,572.
But most of you know by now that we are just here to have a little bit of fun and hopefully learn something new.
Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar of cocaine and baking soda.
I'm here for the same reason you is, man. I want some crack.
I don't really care what the former first drug addict thinks.
Let's talk some crypto news, and we start right here with this.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology.
And we also just found out that the US government will release its first ever crypto report on July 30th. This is interesting. The highest rated stablecoin on Blue Chip has never changed. But today, RLUSD becomes the new #1 ranked stablecoin. Blue Chip is beginning coverage for RLUSD by Ripple with an initial rating of A. We also see this, XRP Golden Cross spotted, the 50-day moving average just crossed above the 200-day moving average, which is a classic bullish signal. And this may be the biggest news of all. Are BlackRock and Ripple one company? This post alleges a covert partnership between Ripple and BlackRock, claiming they're constructing a unified financial system. It cites BlackRock's $100 trillion tokenization vision and Ripple's XRP Ledger hosting tokenized US Treasuries via Ondo Finance. It also mentions the XDNA token launch and synchronized moves, including old BTC wallets activating, that fuel speculation of a new order. Despite leaked document claims, no evidence confirms this, blending facts with unverified conspiracy theories. But for all of you who say that there's no way this is possible, Just remember that John Fetterman was spotted wearing a suit today, so crazier things have happened. And we all know that few things are more important than securing your crypto. But crypto security isn't just about strong passwords, it's about eliminating the weak links altogether. That's why not only have I partnered with, but I actually use iTrust Capital's premium custody account. Because sometimes the best security is removing the door entirely. With iTrust PCA, there's no external wallet connections, no random address sends, no oops, I clicked a fake MetaMask link at 2 a.m. moment. You can buy and sell 80 plus crypto assets 24/7, but withdrawals, they only go to one place, your linked US bank account, no exceptions. And unlike some sketchy exchanges hiding behind offshore shell companies, iTrust Capital is fully US based, with a real live support team in California. You can call them, I have met them, they actually pick up the phone and speak your language. This is not some fly-by-night operation. They custody your assets through Coinbase Prime and Fireblocks. It's built for long-term holders who want peace of mind without the stress of managing private keys. You've worked too hard and held for too long to lose your crypto to a browser extension or a bad actor on Telegram. Lock it down the smart way. Use my link below to get a $100 funding bonus with iTrust Capital PCA. All right, let's take a look at some of the other top headlines. And once again, a bad day to be a panicking.
Trump scored a hat trick. He crossed 3 countries off his tariff hit list. You ready? First, it was the Philippines and Indonesia, the magic number 19% for both countries. And then the big one, the Japanese. $550 billion invested here and thousands of jobs created. And they'll be paying a 15% rate.
How much have you raised so far this year?
We're closing in on $100 billion. I think we could annualize at $300 billion. So a way to think about that is that's roughly 1% of our U.S. 30 trillion GDP.
All 12 of Stephen Colbert's supporters gathered together to protest the cancellation of his show.
That's the problem with him. He's not funny. And by the way, if the CBS bosses don't want to whack him, I'll do it for them. I'd fire that guy in 4 seconds if I were running the show there. Gone.
I don't know what's lower percentage, playing with extreme policies or extreme politics, like going all in suddenly on Epstein as the Democrats are. If they cared, why didn't they ever do anything about it during the Biden administration?
It feels like Gatorade knew exactly what they were doing with their new WNBA ad campaign. From Ali Charts, XRP has broken out of a bullish flag, setting its sights on $15. French President Emmanuel Macron has sued Candace Owens for saying his wife, Bridget, was born a man.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
They will now have to fight it out in court. Let the battle of the bulge begin. And this is a little concerning from Zach XBT. Since July 17th, 2025, an address linked to Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen transferred out 50 million XRP, worth around $175 million to 4 addresses, with around $140 million making its way to exchanges. NPR editor-in-chief Edith Chapin resigns amid $1.1 billion federal funding cuts to public broadcasting. And you literally can't look more like the NPR chief editor than this lady. Interesting news from Devin McGranahan, CEO of Western Union.
We are innovating our settlement processes to move money quicker and to more easily convert into local currency in partnerships with some of the infrastructure companies you've had on this show. So we are also exploring other partnerships with people who want on-ramps and off-ramps in different parts of the world on how we could enable Western Union's funds in and funds out to enable people to purchase and sell stablecoins.
The Cleveland Browns revealed their new helmet, and it went about as well as you would imagine.
One of Biden's worst executive orders established toxic diversity, equity, and inclusion ideology as a guiding principle of American AI development. But the American people do not want woke Marxist lunacy in the AI models, and neither do other countries. They don't want it. They don't want anything to do with it. That's why on day one, I very proudly terminated Joe Biden's order on woke AI effective immediately. You don't have any of those crazy rules. And in just a moment, I will be signing an order banning the federal government from procuring AI technology that has been infused with partisan bias or ideological agendas such as critical race theory, which is ridiculous. And from now on, the U.S. government will deal only with AI that pursues truth, fairness, and strict impartiality. We're not going to go through the craziness that we've gone through for the last 4 years. It's so uncool to be woke. I encourage all American companies to join us in rejecting poisonous Marxism in our technology.
We are at a transformational time, an inflection point in technology. We are reinventing computing for the first time in 60 years. This is a very big deal. Before, it was called general purpose computing. The software was written by hand. Now, software is learned by computers. We call it artificial intelligence. And this transformation has resulted in a revolutionary technology, we understand, and is revolutionizing every industry. But what the president is announcing today is going to accelerate AI innovation in America, is going to accelerate AI deployment in America with all of the infrastructure and the energy that he's going to put to bear. And he's going to enable American tech stack to be proliferated around the world at incredible rate.
Pfizer launches their new line of medicine aimed at Democrats and the mainstream media.
I think Trump has eroded global trust in the American economy and American deal making.
You mean the all-time high market ever in history?
It's high because they don't believe.
The all-time high?
They think Trump is going to chicken out.
Never been higher. Never been worth more.
Kevin,
never been more successful.
Kevin,
never.
When the liberation
eroded trust. All-time high. Today at 4:30. In history, never worth more. What are you talking about?
And with all the fake news we are constantly bombarded with, it's good sometimes to mix in some truth.
She's a 10, but she has pronouns in her Instagram bio.
She's a 0.
Why?
Because she's insane. Here's the thing. If you put pronouns in your bio, that means you think people might not understand that you're a woman or a man. And if you're a guy who needs to put pronouns in his bio, then people don't identify you as a man. And if you're a girl who needs to put pronouns in her bio, why? I just don't understand. You can tell what a woman looks like.
So you know I'll be watching, and I'll keep you updated with any new information. Don't believe everything that everyone tells you, but if you get a note from your postman asking if you can trim your bush so they can better serve your box, that's probably something you want to comply with. Have you heard the joke where a spy, a liar, and a traitor all walk into a bar? Instead of doing Elf on the Shelf this year, you may want to try Troll on a Pole. Remember that spelling matters. One mistake and everything is urined. And even the biggest liars in the world are bound to tell the truth at some point. Rest in peace to two legends that always brought the entertainment.
I love Hulk Hogan. I had an Italian Mastiff dog, 200 pounds. His name, Hulk Hogan.
What happened last week when they took a shot at my hero? And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
And if you have a couple more minutes, you may have missed my last video on $100 XRP, and of course, some more fart and dick jokes. Until the next time, be safe.